Hello! Welcome to a channel update. I wanted to tell you what was going on and what I was doing, and I had a load of stuff laid out about what I wanted to say, and then I realised I've already made this video and I released it about 8 months ago. Check it out here if you want to. And what I talked about in that video is about cutting down on reviews, doing more of my own projects, having more fun, developing a game, that sort of thing. Well, it seemed like the result of me saying I want to cut down on reviews equals everybody and his dog wanted to send me stuff to review, and unfortunately I got kind of caught up in that and then ended up doing a load more reviews, some of which was kind of a bit out there. You would have seen me looking at phones, tablets, tools, that sort of thing. Not really relevant and kind of a waste of time from my point of view, because as I said before, it takes many hours to do it. However, this is a new year with new goals that we can try and stick to. So I finally managed to get my head around saying no to people when they want me to review stuff. And I've finally got to the situation where I don't think there's anything coming in the post. I don't have a massive backlog of stuff built up that I have to get to. I mean, there's some part 2s and stuff to take care of because the weather's been bad. But essentially, I've managed to free myself up, finally. There's been quite a lot of videos recently about affiliates and, you know, people saying this is brilliant, you must buy this to try and get rich. Brought to our attention by BotGrinder, but I think we've all known about channels that do this for quite some time. And I'd always say that my reviews were honest, my own opinion, and you can find numerous examples of where I say don't buy this, it's crap. But if you think that the average channel is getting rich off affiliates, that's crazy stuff. Back when I started doing this, when I had like 6,000 subs, I used to be able to, you know, pull in $300-400 a month from Banggood because there was just that much stuff coming out and there wasn't many places to buy it. Now there isn't as much stuff coming out. Drones have been demonized and we've got remote ID coming out everywhere and people are very suspicious of them. There's also many more places to buy things, and so as far as my earnings go, my affiliate earnings average about $10 a month, which is minuscule and not really worth putting the time and effort into making a review unless it really interests me and it's something a bit different and really interesting. Case in point, I recently accepted this VTX from AKK. Why? Because it's ridiculous. It has 10 watts of power. I haven't tried it out yet, but I'm looking forward to taking out all the Wi-Fi routers in the entire street to see what happens. Where I finally move forwards is going towards development of the non-FPV themed video game, which I talked about in the last video. Mostly because my wife reminded me that I'd come up with this plan back in March of 2023 and I hadn't done anything about it, and what was I going to do? It just sort of spurred me into action. What I decided to do with it is create some devlogs. So a video essay of sort of me talking about what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, if I'm running into problems I'm saying why and stuff like that. This is to document my own process. And I'm using the Godot game engine for some of this, and it's not as well documented, so where I'm running into problems I'm going ahead and talking about how I'm getting around them, because I didn't find specific answers to certain things that I wanted when I was looking. So I thought if someone wants the same information they might find it from me. So I've just released the first one of these and I've come up with a new channel called Curry Kitten Game Dev. I know, I couldn't think of a better name, and you can find it there. At the moment it's quite early prototyping of the basic concepts of what I'm trying to do, so it's certainly not anything that looks like a finished game, certainly not from the graphics point of view. But if you're interested in game development or interested in what sort of game I'm cooking up, then please go take a look at it. Feel free to subscribe, like the video, that sort of thing, and I will be coming up with regular updates. I also have a plan to finish what I talked about 8 months ago, which was the race thing in the sim. Again, there is stuff in place I just need to finish off. So when I eventually get round to doing that, that'll be on that channel as well, about talking about how I did it, because there was some interesting bits and pieces I did to do that. As far as FPV goes, I'm certainly not stopping. The reason I haven't done anything since November is literally we've got one of the wettest winters on record, I think. It's just been awful. When it hasn't been raining, it's been windy, and even when it's been like reasonable, those 1 or 2 days, the field is absolutely flooded and just full of mud and you just can't get into it. But because I've got rid of the review things, I've had time to, you know, work on builds that I would get me to do. This is the Chimera 7, which I'm rebuilding with all new stuff and putting the walks now back in. Hopefully we can get back in and test that again when the weather gets better. As I said, I've still got some part 2s from early reviews that I said I'd do when the weather becomes flyable, but I'll be doing more of my own projects and looking at the open source HD solutions some more, like OpenHD and OpenIPC, just to see what we can do with those things, because again, I haven't had enough time to play with them. I've done a build, I've done like a fly of OpenHD, sorted out some problems finally, but I haven't done anything in terms of actually flying OpenIPC, so I want to get out there and do all these things. So fingers crossed for the good weather, but in the meantime, yeah, please check the new channel out if you like it, and I will see you soon in all sorts of other bits and pieces. Bye for now.
Well, you've made it to the end of the video, so thanks once again for watching. If you like what you saw, then please consider subscribing, and if you really like what you saw, then be sure to check out the link to my blog for a variety of ways in which you can help support this channel.